Egyptian civilization. Chapters 2. Egyptian Empire about 1450 BC. Geography of the ancient Nile Valley. Egypt is wholly the gift of the Nile. Herodotus. People settled and established farming villages along the Nile. Egyptians depended on annual floods to soak the land and deposit a layer of silt, or rich soil. Egyptians had to cooperate to control the Nile, building dikes, reservoirs, and irrigation ditches. Rulers used the Nile to link and unite Upper and Lower Egypt. The Nile served as a trade route connecting Egypt to Africa, the Middle East, and the Mediterranean world. Three kingdoms of ancient Egypt. Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, New Kingdom. Powerful pharaohs created a large empire that reached the Euphrates River. Hatshepsut, queen of the New Kingdom, who declared herself pharaoh. Ramses II, pharaoh who spread Egyptian rule northward to Syria, conquered Nubia, and wanted to be remembered above all others. Pharaohs organized a strong central state, were absolute rulers, and were considered gods. Egyptians built pyramids at Giza. Large drainage project created arable farmland. Traders had contacts with Middle East and Crete. Three periods of Egypt. Egypt is divided into three periods. The Old, Middle, New Kingdoms. During this time power was passed down through different dynasties or ruling families. Pyramids. Ramses II. Hatshepsut. Egypt and Nubia. For centuries, Egypt traded or fought with Nubia. During the New Kingdom, Egypt conquered Nubia. Nubians served in Egyptian armies and influenced Egyptian culture. Egyptian art from this period shows Nubian soldiers, musicians, or prisoners. When Egypt declined, Nubia conquered Egypt. Nubians did not see themselves as conquerors. They respected Egyptian traditions. Egyptian religious beliefs. Belief that many gods and goddesses ruled the world and the afterlife. They were polytheistic. Amon-Re was the sun god. Osiris was the god of the underworld and of the Nile. The pharaoh was believed to be a god as well as a monarch. Belief in eternal life after death. Relied on the Book of the Dead to help them through the afterworld. Practiced mummification, the preservation of the body for use in the next life. Mummification. Mummification. Sarcophagus. Egyptian afterlife. Heart gets weighed against the feather of truth. If heart is lighter than the feather, go to happy field of food. If heart weighs more than the feather, get heart eaten by the crocodile eater of the dead. Tutankhamun. Only tomb that we have found intact was the tomb of King Tutankhamun. It was found in 1922. This reveals to us how great the riches of these tombs must have been. King Tut. King Tut. Ancient Egypt, a center of learning and culture. Advances in learning. Advances in the arts. Developed a form of picture writing called hieroglyphics. They were written on papyrus plant used to make a paper-like material. No hieroglyphics through the Rosetta Stone. Doctors diagnosed and cured illnesses, performed surgery, and developed medicines still used today. Developed 12-month calendar on which modern calendar is based. Developed practical geometry. Skilled in design and engineering. Statues, paintings, and writings tell us about ancient Egyptian values and attitudes. Developed painting style that remained unchanged for thousands of years. Wrote hymns and prayers to the gods, proverbs, love poems, stories of victory in battle, and folk tales. Built pyramids and other great buildings, such as Temple of Ramses II. Rosetta Stone. Hieroglyphics.